I literally could not come on here and make another video without addressing what is going on in Puerto Rico right now. I feel like I owe it to the essence of my channel. I owe it to my subscribers. I owe it to anybody who's gonna come across this video and wonder what the hell is going on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia. Welcome if you've never been here before. And today's video is sadly and unfortunately gonna be a lot different than some of the more fun and upbeat content that I do here on my channel. Basically, Puerto Rico is going through a shitstorm right now. Now, given the fact that Puerto Rico has been through more than enough, being that the hurricane happened almost 2 years ago now, there has just been a lot of corruption exposed to everyone's face, and if you're Puerto Rican, then you know that the government of Puerto Rico has been extremely corrupt for a long time. This isn't something that's necessarily extremely new or anything like that. It's just the fact that the Puerto Rican people have had enough, and the Puerto Rican people are standing up for themselves, and Puerto Ricans around the world are uniting in the Renuncia movement. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, then you know, if you've watched any news, then you've seen the protests going on in Puerto Rico, and I'm here to explain to you what is going on and why it's going on. About a week ago, I want to say, these Telegram chats were released to the press, exposing the government and about 10 or 11 other people in his administration, and it was 900 pages of messages. Now, why are these messages so important? Well, there were many homophobic terms used and homophobic conversations taking place, sexist conversations where people were laughing at the dead bodies that piled up due to Hurricane Maria and the very extremely poor mismanagement that happened in the aftermath. Horrible words said against politicians, against the mayor of San Juan, to be specific, against journalists and people that have been reporting what is going on the island, and just a firestorm of messages just exposing who these people that are running and in charge of Puerto Rico, who these people really are. Our governor, Ricardo Rosselló, has been, and I say our because I'm Puerto Rican and now is not the time to tell me otherwise, because I feel the pain. I am not living there. I am not suffering because of the shorthand and the short stack or stick, whatever you want to call it, that they've been given. But knowing that my family and people that I know that live there are going through this, I am feeling for it right now, and so I feel the need to use my platform to help people understand what's going on. And so, sorry for the side note, but Ricardo Rosselló, the governor of Puerto Rico, is the one whose name has been plastered all over the media, all over Twitter, all over Instagram, in the Ricky Renuncia tag. Ricky being his name, Renuncia meaning resign. Puerto Rican people, once these chats were exposed, took to the streets, as they should have, with signs, with flags, with their faces painted, with their kids, with their grandparents, with everyone that you can imagine, went to the streets and went in front of the governor's mansion to protest and to beg that he resign and do the Puerto Rican people a favor and just cut the bullshit. Now, this is just extremely frustrating because, like I said, the Puerto Rican people have had enough. The fact that almost 4,000 people died due to Hurricane Maria, whether it was during the storm or in the aftermath of the storm, and not being able to get the medical treatment that they needed because there was no electricity, because there was no cell service and you couldn't communicate around the island. Whatever you want to blame it on, the fact of the matter is that it happened. And one of the things that was exposed in this chat was, the mismanagement of funds and of funds and money that was not properly handled and not properly distributed. And it's really embarrassing And it's really just heartbreaking to know that there was so much more that could have been done that wasn't. One of the other things in relation to Hurricane Maria that was exposed, I hate that word, it's so overused, but I'm gonna use it, was the Unidos por Puerto Rico charity or foundation that was created by Beatriz Rosselló, who's the First Lady of Puerto Rico, Ricardo's wife. Just the failure to distribute that into the proper channels. I feel a connection to that because I donated to that charity. I left that charity's link in a bunch of my videos about Puerto Rico or having to do with Latin culture, or pretty much any video that I did after the hurricane and for the next few months. I left the link to that charity in the description bar for people to click on and donate, or help in any way that they could. To see that that money probably didn't touch where it was supposed to, or that that money went into someone's pocket that didn't need it, that affected me, and that's something that I felt a direct connection to. And so it's just a real shame, because we should have seen something like this coming. Earlier this month, the education secretary, and what was the other lady's title? So it was the secretary of the Department of Education of the island, and the person who led Puerto Rico's health insurance administration until last month, obviously, which is when they got arrested, earlier this month. I can't even think straight because this topic infuriates me. Seeing how there were so many schools that were shut down in Puerto Rico, and knowing that there was this corruption, this bullshit, this horrible crap going on, where people were literally pocketing money or giving money to not the best contractors or not the best people to help manage the situation. The thought that so many people have suffered and are suffering because of rich, incompetent, greedy, just horrible human beings being in control of their lives, basically, is absolutely heartbreaking. And there have been many protests in the days after these chats were leaked, not only in Puerto Rico, but here in New York, in LA, in Pennsylvania, in Spain, in Italy, in literally all over the world, because Puerto Ricans are tired and exhausted of being dealt the short hand. We already saw it during Hurricane Maria, how Puerto Ricans were actually treated and not treated like the Americans that they technically are. To see the support, the outpouring of love that has come out of this from Puerto Rican artists, from Latin artists, and people in the media, and just everyone paying attention now and trying to do what they can to help the world understand and help push for Ricky to resign. It's beautiful to see Puerto Ricans come together like this. And I don't think, I know in my lifetime I've never seen Puerto Ricans unite quite like this. If you guys haven't seen Ricky Martin, Residente from Calle 13, Bad Bunny, Benicio del Toro, Carla Monroy, literally so many celebrities have reached out and taken part in these protests and stood up and did their part. It's amazing. And so the day that I'm filming this is Sunday, it's July 21st. Tomorrow, Monday, July 22nd, is the official Paro Nacional in Puerto Rico. It is the strike where many things will be closed. People will be in the streets protesting. Even the biggest mall in Puerto Rico, Plaza Las Americas, is gonna remain closed tomorrow. So businesses are literally going to lose money because enough is enough. Ya. Deja de hacernos sufrir. Están maltratando a la misma gente que te apoyaron. And you're just gonna treat them like you don't care? Like you're not gonna give up? Like you're not gonna move your spot? You're not gonna resign? For what? What are you trying to prove? Because Puerto Ricans are not gonna stop until that day where you leave. And it really is scary at the same time, because I know that there are people out there that could do harm, that are threatening to do harm, and violence is not the way. It is never the way. We can't and won't win this battle that way. What we need to do is continuing to do exactly what we're doing, going out there, showing our faces, raising our flags, lifting our voices, and using our voices to help get rid of those that are doing us harm and doing our people harm. If you're anywhere outside of Puerto Rico and they're doing a protest, try to go, or just try to tweet, try to use Instagram, use any platform that you have to help get the word out there, because the more people that are screaming that to him, maybe he'll listen. I had no idea what I was gonna get on here and say. I just knew that there was no way that I could come on here and make a happy-go-lucky video or anything like that and not speak on this, because this is literally the biggest thing going on. This is history right now that we're seeing in Puerto Rico. We've never seen Puerto Rico look the way it does. There was tear gas being thrown. When have you seen that? Like, people running in the street, police shooting rubber bullets and throwing tear gas, like fires in the middle of the street in La Fortaleza and Viejo San Juan. And it's please just try to pay attention to what's going on. Try to, stay in touch. There's the CBS reporter who's been there since before this is going on, David Bernard. I'll leave his @name here. I'm just looking to see, because he literally has been posting non-stop here on Twitter. He's just been posting non-stop about what's going on and the truth about what's going on, because believe it or not, despite all of this, there are still fabricated articles out there spreading the wrong word, saying things that are untrue, trying to make it seem like everyone is a savage and a monster and just trying to do harm, and that's not the case. There are many ways that people are protesting very peacefully, and I'm thankful that David is a journalist who's out there, who's trying to expose the truth and show what is really happening on the island. If you guys know anything that I don't know, please leave it in the comments down below. I know there are tons of rumors about Ricardo's life, Ricky Rosselló, and things he's done or he may not have done or whatever. I am trying to steer clear of rumors. I just want the truth. I just want to share the truth. So if there are things that I left out, if there are things that I misspoke on, then please leave them in the comments down below. Make sure that you leave the hashtag Ricky Renuncia. I'll leave it here so you guys can see. Make sure that you leave that hashtag at the end of your post. I want for us to do what we gotta do to get this out. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for listening if you made it to this part of the video. I love you guys. I love Puerto Rico. Te amo con todo mi corazón. En serio, estoy con ustedes. Para nuestra cultura, nuestro hijo, nuestro futuro. So just remember that and do what you gotta do. So thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.